Andrew and Helen can come and judge anytime because they are the speediest judges I've ever worked with in my entire life. So they're welcome back anytime. We have, although I will say, there is a controversial decision around first. I'll let them speak through that decision making. But we have a runner-up team, and the runner-up team will get a $25 digital voucher each. I know, right? I told you there were prizes. And our winning team will get a $50 voucher each. I'm mentioning this now because once they say the team names, things are going to go a little bit crazy, which means if you leave and I don't have your email address, I can't get your prize to you. So just be mindful of that departure. So come and see me quickly to grab like an email so that we can obviously get your prize to you. Andrew, I believe you're going to announce our runner-up team to begin with.
All right, well...
Let's give Andrew a round of applause.
Can I firstly say, amazing, what a great opportunity. What a great opportunity that you've got here today to practice this and to go through it together. So well done for grabbing it and doing what you did because it was fantastic. From our perspective, we've come up with our runner-up being the group that were doing beads for mental health to be able to have teenagers to cope. So yeah, that's our runner-up. Congratulations.
Give him a round of applause. Kirstine's going to wave her hand down here. Can that team just jump up to Kirstine at the front and give her your email address? So Kirstine's down the front, our runner-up team. Just quickly jump up now. I'm only saying this now because otherwise you'll leave and then you won't get your cool prizes. Helen, it was a really tough decision for you guys around a winner.
It was.
Kirstine, do you want to take them outside just real quick, actually? Thanks, legend.
Congratulations. I was going to ask you, what happens with these ideas? Do we end up supporting or...?
Wonderful question. So after today, we'll actually shoot your teachers through a bit of an information pack that's got a whole bunch of content, I guess, around how to support your students with their ideas. And our hope is that you'll actually do something with those ideas. Here at Future Anything, in a few weeks' time, we're about to release a series of micro grants for young people where you can access up to $1,000 to start your idea. So if the idea that you've generated today is something that you are passionate about and is something that you want to see in the real world, out of this room and into the real world, then look out for that content that's going to come out today or chat to your teachers about it and keep your eyes peeled when those micro grants become available, because we know the difference between an idea and then something in reality is often just that little bit of a kick in funding that you need to get started. So stay tuned for that information so that you can do something with the ideas you've generated today.
That's great, because when I heard the bead one, I thought of the, remember when the bands first came out? I'm old enough to remember that.
Yes, I remember.
So these things do take off. Okay, so the controversy of the winner is we couldn't pick a winner, so we've got two. So we're going to cost them more money by making sure two teams get $50 each, which is a good thing. And the joint winners are the first group around the road base and road plate.
Give them a big round of applause, please. Team Kirstine is hiding out the side to grab your details. Please come and give your email address to Kirstine so that we can get your sweet swag of cash to your inbox. Helen, can we do a drum roll for the final team? Just because we haven't had one and it makes me really excited. Drum roll, please. Our final team to win today is
the seaweed alternative to plastics.
Well done, legends.
Now,
Kirstine.
can I say why they won?
Yes, please.
Because I wrote down on my list what made these. Both teams were very similar in that they were an issue that mattered to young people, that they used a sustainable approach. They all had a prototype that they'd either seen or researched, and that they were very much about a pressing issue for the planet. So you shared those characteristics, and that's why I think we chose them as joint winners. So thank you.
Thank you. Can we please give a big round of applause to Andrew and Helen for giving out their time to be here today? Can we please give all of our teams, not only if you pitched, but just for being here today. Can you just give yourself a round of applause? Like, well done. I want to finish by showing you a couple of slides. This is Tanika. When Tanika was in primary school, she was bullied terribly for being in Scouts. And so when she had the opportunity to start a business in high school, she thought, I wonder if I can solve this problem that I've suffered myself. So she developed a range of socks that look like normal school socks above the surface of the shoe, so you don't get in trouble for breaking the uniform policy. But she's partnered with these graffiti artists to produce these amazing socks underneath the shoe line. And the premise of her shielded socks is that you don't know what's underneath the surface for young people. She crowdfunded for $10,000 to launch her first range of socks. And she got Mulga, who's the designer on the socks, who does all the artist work at 7-Elevens. She DM'd him on Instagram. And then that's how she lined him up to help with her socks. So if you don't ask, you don't get. The next person that I'd love to introduce you to are 3 students from the Ipswich corridor in Queensland. And as Polynesian young people, they stumbled across a statistic that said that they were more at risk of experiencing or witnessing domestic violence than many other cultures around. And they couldn't accept that to be true. So they designed a range of hoodies that have these incredible Polynesian designs down the sleeves, with a portion of the profits supporting victims of domestic violence, so that they can change the statistic for every Polynesian young person moving forward. We met these guys earlier today. These were our 3 students, AquaShield from the Sunshine Coast, that couldn't accept the fact that shark nets were the right solution off the coastline to protect our swimmers. So they invented their own. They actually took their idea to a number of national competitions and have netted, I think, just under $10,000 in prize money to progress their thinking. And then I want to introduce you to Chloe, who was our national grand final winner last year. When she was, I think, 10 or 11, her grandparents gifted her a sewing machine. And so she started sewing her own wheat bags. Last year, she won our national grand final and walked away with about $15,000 in prizes and funding to take that little project, which was her wheat bag project, and take it to a national scale. She donates a portion of her profits to supporting farmers who are doing tough, and is also moving to produce all organic wheat bags, including the materials and everything inside of them, starting at 11, now 14 and 15, and doing some remarkable work. She's also got the coolest patterns on her wheat bags. I know that your nana has a wheat bag that looks like it's been in the cupboard for about 16 years. Her wheat bags have llamas on them and all sorts of crazy stuff. She actually got a whole bunch printed that have got the Future Anything logo on the material. So really remarkable work for a simple idea that's making impact. So I guess the last thing that I want to throw to you to kind of finish off is, how are you going to bend the future? The difference between the idea that you've got in front of you now and being on one of these slides at the end with a business or an idea that's in the real world is action. So I'd love for you, as you reflect and walk out, to think about 2 things. 1, say thanks to your teachers for bringing you here today and giving you this opportunity, because without hardworking teachers, we don't have spaces like this. And 2, what's one thing that you can do when you walk out today to bend the future and make your world a better place? Thanks for your time. We can't wait to see where you take your ideas after today.